Awesome, lady.
Hi, how are you?
I'm great. How about yourself?
The day has been extraordinary.
Awesome. So we're going to dive right in. I'm going to introduce myself. So my name is Candice Conley, and I am the team leader for High Five Atlanta, a full service real estate team based in Atlanta, Georgia, powered by eXp Realty. And I service clients nationwide. I have been in the business for 21 years, started off in investing, building, and all that good stuff. And now I use my knowledge and expertise to help my clients and my team. And so, Sanedria, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hello, everyone. My name is Sanedria Potter. I am a certified real estate appraiser. I'm celebrating 21 years in business, serving Metro Atlanta and counties. And I'm also a real estate agent and looking to list your houses. If you want a listing agent with 21 years of valuation experience, then please contact me.
Now, that's major. That's major because imagine that, the big issue is that appraisal appeal.
Correct.
And that appraisal gap. So when your listing agent is also an appraiser, that's pretty major. So you're getting two areas of expertise at one time. So let's just dive on in. So let's talk about what's going on. Hey, Daniel. Let's talk about what's going on in the Atlanta real estate market. So it is a seller's market. It's low inventory. Like, what does that mean? What does that truly mean?
Well, I'm maybe one of the few people that don't necessarily totally agree with that statement. If there is limited inventory, it does appear to be a seller's market. But I think it's also a good time to buy if you know how to buy. There are certain out there that are really good deals. And me, from the valuation standpoint, I look at deals a little bit differently. So there are still some good deals out there. It just depends on how you're buying. But there is definitely a limited supply if you're buying the normal way. So if you're looking for a regular, retail priced house that's beautiful and ready to move in and that kind of thing, then it's pretty tough out there right now. But there's still a lot of other really good deals creatively where you may have to add some square footage or do some repairs and things like that. That's the way that I typically buy. Okay. So you're suggesting a value add, like getting a renovation loan and going, doing that, buying a property that needs work and building it out. Yeah. That's awesome because that's creating another opportunity. A lot of buyers don't have the vision to be creative to even see the opportunity there, or they may not have the time. If they have to move or, to get their family settled, or if they have to get the kids in school or whatever the case may be, they might not have the time to go through that process. And it's something to consider also when you have a seller that's selling and buying. So, that house is going to sell fast, where they're going to go. That's what, we're dealing with a lot of seller consultations. They're like, okay, I want to sell. I want to liquidate my equity, but where am I going? Am I guaranteed to find a house? Yeah, it's really tough because they say seller's market. And so all of these people are selling their homes. But if you're selling your primary residence, then now you're in the market like the other buyers that's competing with,
Yep.
offers on one house. So, it's a seller's market, but if you sell your house and it's your primary, then now you're in the market as a buyer. So it's a great time to sell your property if it's your primary. There's some other options that you can do to access some of your equity and not have to move out of your property, So yeah, it's definitely tight if you're looking for that type of property. If you're looking for something pretty, ready to move in, you don't have an after eye to see that, you know, it needs a little paint and carpet, but it's still pretty solid. Like everyone doesn't have, you know, that type of after eye to see feels, you know, so.
A lot of people don't, or they don't even have the desire to take on that project. Everyone doesn't have that desire. Well, you know, we're investors as well. So we're investors and professionals in the business. So we're ready to do it all.
Right.
Tear it down and build a new one.
Right. I have never purchased a retail property. I've never bought a pretty house that was ready to move in. Everything I've ever purchased has been short sale, foreclosure. Like,
you've never bought?
Never bought.
Really?
I think it was because of me being on the valuation side for 21 years and really understanding the value. It's very difficult for me to pay $300,000 for a $300,000 house.
Now, let me see. So I bought a new construction home. I bought new from the builder. I bought my rental. Well, I bought my first property at 24, and I've been buying properties and renovating and doing everything since then. And that was just only like a few years ago.
A whole earring.
Don't, never mind that I said I've been in the business 20 something. Never mind that. Yeah, but
a few years ago. Yeah, I got you. Me too.
But one thing I did, and it was in Ellenwood, like Decatur area, Candler Road, Tolliver Hills, like Pendercrest, over that area. And it was like a cute little tri-level new construction home. And it was great, like, because I was able to sell, like, when I was there maybe 3 or 4 years, somewhere in there. But when I sold, I had some pretty good equity. And it's like that thing with new construction, you know, you can have equity. So I really, like, I know there's some clients, some buyers that have been under contract. You know, they have their set prices. Now, a lot of builders are going up on their prices before they close, before the home is complete. And then some buyers are actually walking in at the closing table with equity. I know of one client with one of the colleagues on my team. Her buyer walked in at closing. They had over $100,000 equity. That same home, the same everything, was selling for over $100,000 more in that community by the time that they closed. So new construction is always good.
I believe, and the thing with new construction, if you want a new construction home, be one of the first people in that subdivision to purchase, because you have really good equity, because as they continue to build the homes, the prices steadily go up. And so if you're the first ones in a new construction subdivision, that's a really good place to be, because you're going to be walking into some immediate equity.
Yes. So you got a listing on the market. Tell us about it.
Yeah, I currently have a listing. If you have any buyers or anyone that's looking in the Woodstock area, it's in the Kingston Square subdivision. It's a beautiful stucco 2-story home with a finished basement. It's listed at $410. It has wonderful updates to the kitchen, the bathroom, flooring, interior, exterior paint, brand new privacy fence, a new deck along the back of the house. So it's a really great property, 2108 Yorkshire Court.
Awesome. And I have an upcoming listing. It's actually new construction in East Point. 3-bedroom, 2-bath bungalow. I'm talking with the builder to see if we can put in a half a bath. So I'm going to see if he tweaked his plans and kind of with the whole permitting or whatnot, if he could tweak in a half a bathroom. And it also has a bonus. It has a detached 2-car garage, which can actually be an extra, it can be built out to be an office, workshop, or something like that. So it has extra storage space. So that's going to give that property a little bit of edge. And it's in East Point. It's conveniently located. So if you looking for new construction, you want to be in East Point or Woodstock, make sure you hit us up. You said something interesting earlier when you were saying that there were a lot of deals out there. You were just specifically talking about the off-market deals. That's mainly what you were speaking of.
Well, some of them are actually on the market. So when you're looking at a property and it may be a 2-bedroom, 1-bath, 800 square feet, and it may not look like a good deal on the surface, but in that area, homes that have been updated and enlarged.
Hey, Tremaine.
Huh?
No, I'm just speaking to the people. I think.
So on some of them are listed, so they're not all off-market properties. It's just how you look at them. So if I pull up a listing and it's a 2-1, 800 square feet, someone may be like, oh, that's too small, or that's not something that I want. But knowing the valuation in that area, you may say, well, 4 2s in this area that are about 1,500 square feet are going for this price. So if I take this property, add on this additional square footage, add a bedroom and bath, then I can, potentially maybe double the value or whatever the numbers are. So
Okay.
some of them could actually be on the market. Already.
Yeah, that's good. That makes sense. And so if a buyer is wanting to go that route, you have to make sure you have the right loan product. And make sure that your lender offers that. Some lenders do not even offer that product, so I think that's a very good point to bring that up. So like buyers, you know what you're up against, you be creative, think outside of the box, and make sure you have the funding options for it. That is a solution to the low inventory, and you could customize your own thing. So it could be like a win-win if you're prepared for it.
Yeah. And that's what I tell people, like not taking on a whole rehab, because that's a lot for people if they've never done rehab before. But if you it just needs some cosmetics, it needs paint, it needs carpet, like just small things, like you would want to pick your own paint and carpet anyway, but for some people that would scare them away, if they've never done that. So I'm not telling them to take on like a full rehab, but with this low supply out here, if you look at a property and it needs a little bit of work, but it's just cosmetic, that may not be a bad deal. And because it needs those small amount of repairs, you're usually getting a pretty good deal on it.
Okay, I think we may have a question. Are you two cash buyers? Yep. Yes, we are. You have deals. Stick them in our DMs. Share, put them in the DM.
Share them in the DMs. I have several clients that are looking for multifamily right now. So if you have any triplexes or quads in the Georgia area, I definitely have some buyers that are currently looking for that.
Oh, wait, you said a loaded word, multifamily. Everybody wants multifamily, and they're not out here in the ATL, baby. They're not out here. Hey, Dumar. They're not out here in the ATL because Fulton and DeKalb
got some. Okay. Ramon say he got some.
Oh, well, Ramon,
Ramon's still on here because he say he got some.
Well, Ramon, he in his own category. We try to get like Ramon. Ramon been on this thing consistently. Well, it's been like 7 years. So proud of you, my brother. You've been on that thing and doing that thing all across the nation, the Southeast. Ramon got the keys.
I know.
So, but I saw most of his multifamilies. They were not in Georgia though. They were like in Alabama.
I literally just asked him today, do you have some in Georgia? And outside, I usually see him in there in outside of Georgia. So I literally just asked him that today if he had some in Georgia. Exactly.
It's no multifamilies in Atlanta because pretty much Fulton and DeKalb County, they will make you change. They will make you change the zoning. So like say if it's a dilapidated duplex and you want to rebuild it as a duplex, or you want to make that duplex larger, no ma'am, they're not going to let you do it. No, you have to convert it to single family. Okay, let's see. We got another question. How long you've been in the business? What was your most difficult deal? So I would say my most difficult deal, I was working with a developer investor, and he was Caribbean, and he was very chauvinistic. Now he hired me, he wanted to work with me, but he did not listen to anything I said. He did not listen to anything that I had to say. And I really think it was because I was a woman. I literally had to bring in a male counterpart to speak on my behalf. And then he agreed to everything when a man said it. But when I said it, It didn't matter. And so what my business partner said, he said, Candice, because we would have these meetings and my business partner is the one who really took me to the side. He said, Candice, this is what's going on. I'm a man. This is what's going on. I'll take the lead. And then we were able to navigate the deal. But it's so difficult when you're trying to work with someone if they're not trusting and listening. If they're not trusting, they're not listening, they're not following the process, especially when you're doing big deals, when you're building new construction, you're zoning, you're permitting, you're doing all these major things, and somebody's not trusting and not listening, they just prolong the process, and they can stop the profit, stop the money. Money don't like that. Money like alignment. Okay. So what about yours?
Well, I had a subcontractor nightmare in real time. And so I was doing a flip, and I hired a guy to do the heating and air and the carpet and the paint. And so I go over there and all those things are done. So I pay him. And I didn't know that he had subbed out the heating and air job to some third party that I didn't know nothing about. I never met him, never hired him, never spoke to him. But when I paid him, he didn't pay the subcontractor that he hired. That subcontractor went and put a lien against my property, and I had to pay him again. And so it taught me a really good lesson about that subcontractor language in your contracts, guys. You got to make sure you know who's doing your work, because if they're subbing it out and not paying those people, they literally was able to put a lien against my property for the amount of money that they were owed, even though I never hired them, never had any type of conversation with them. So that was my toughest one early on. But I did experience some of the stuff like you, as far as being a young woman out flipping houses and, dealing with male contractors and GCs and things like that. I've experienced some of that same thing. I'm not really sure why that is. Like, we're just all out there trying to make it. So not really sure why there's that lack of respect for female rehab or female developers while we're experiencing that. And even on the appraisal side, this is my 21st year and I still get to the property and they say, "Are you the appraiser?" And I'm like, "Yes," and because they're not used to seeing a female coming out to do their appraisal. So we come against that a lot, but we're good. We know we can do anything we put our minds to. Yeah. Bother us,
Yeah. What my business partner told me, he said it was cultural. He said he doesn't know that he's doing this, and then he would make a comment like, "Oh, you stay the realtor." He say something like that. Well, you just stay the realtor. So it was difficult to navigate, and it was a lot of money on the line. Like, we're building high-end modern homes. We're doing the darn thing, and the client is in the way of it all. So yeah, interesting.
Great question.
So let's see. Any advice you wish you knew before starting in real estate? Ooh, I got a good one for that one.
Go ahead.
Man, if I just knew not to expect my friends and family to be my number one clients, if a friend will buy a house, they're not using me, my feelings hurt. I'm like, well, I'm a realtor, why you not using me? And it's like and all these things. But realizing that your support, not really your support, your audience, your clients are new people. They're not, of course you want to tap into your sphere, but don't be disappointed if it takes a while for your friends and family to refer business and get really on board with your new business. Because sometimes when you're really familiar with people and they're close to you, they don't kind of just really equate or put it all together that you're in real estate. You're an agent, you're an investor, you're a builder, or whatever you're doing. So I would say, I wish somebody would have told me that when I first got in the business, because that was my expectation.
So do you think it's because they don't want you in their personal business, their finances, how much house they can afford? Do you think it's because of that?
I do think it's a bit, I think it's a little bit because of that. People don't want you in their business. And a lot of people know a lot of agents. You know, people know a lot of agents, but I do think that a lot of times people don't want you in their business. But I actually had a situation where I worked with a friend. I worked with a very close friend, referred one of her family members, her sister, and we fell out after that. Because, I mean, the sister did not agree with like her sister's purchase. Like, she was like, you bought a house in the hood. Why you sell my sister a house in the hood? But her sister was quite happy with the property. She had used grant money. Like, right now she has that same client has over $100,000 of equity in her hood house. But at the time of the purchase, the big sister is like, why did you sell my sister a house in the hood? This house is trash, is this and that. So it was quite interesting. So yeah. Oh, they could be jelly. Yeah. We love our questions. So we need your name. What is it? Artistic acquisitions. Okay, so you're a wholesaler. You got some deals for us. We hope you'll be in best investment advice that went south. Like some bad advice. What you think? What's some bad advice you've gotten?
I mean, bad referrals, bad contractors, referrals.
That's advice that somebody's recommending a referral and a contractor, and they're trash.
They're trash. Ugh. That's the hardest thing. Like, there's so many investors in Atlanta, and everybody's always asking for contractors or asking for referrals, because we just want someone that's going to do the work, take pride in their work, and finish on time.
Now listen, I've been dealing with that contractor stuff, for the duration of my career, and it is the hardest part. And I've been studying that thing and I have a business model. I'm going to put that package out, and I need a boots on the ground, like, working contractor. And I have a project. I'm working on a project management training module with one of my good subs. And so I have a solution to that problem. So pretty much just having a business model that you keep a good database, and you have like 3 of each person in the trade that's already vetted. So you got 3 electricians, you got 3 plumbers, and it's a way of making sure that you have another person lined up. So if you got to fire a person, you've already got a quote, and you already got that other person on standby. So, because, I fire in a minute. Like, Luke, you got to go.
Not Luke. Gotta go.
I have gotten got too many times. You know what I'm saying? I've gotten got too many times. So that same thing about the liens, that's happened to me before early in my career. So you can actually put a protection over your title, and you can make the contractor, sign this waiver or have this in the agreement. But just like you, I was wide open until it happened, and then I learned.
Yeah. Almost every lesson I learned it in real time, like in real time on a real deal with real money on the table. So those were lessons that are etched in your brain, and you won't let that happen again. But, I think investing is a great thing. I think people should just always continue to get knowledge and continue to learn. You can't watch one video and then go out there. You can't think that Flip This House is real, or HGTV, because they make it seem really, really simple,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But it's good though. It's how you build generational wealth, and it's how you get that financial freedom. So it's definitely worth it.
So I'm going to keep you posted on my business model for that to get plugged in, because what's going to make that machine work is about maybe a good 5 to 6 core investors, builders. And so what essentially we'll be pulling from the same talent pool and keeping everybody busy and doing all of that. And so it's a way of putting that together. So I'll keep you posted on that.
Definitely do. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'm definitely excited about what's coming next for Candice Conley.
Well, we know those, I was excited with those evictions and foreclosures. I was like, oh, I'm just salivating now. Like the deals are coming. What's the best way to build real estate relationships with others in the game? Networking. That's how we met.
Networking. We
met out networking.
Yeah. Facebook group, networking, social media.
Keeping in touch.
Yeah.
She's been there for me. I need, I'm like, anytime I need anything for appraisal, that's who I'm calling.
Thank you. We definitely appreciate it.
So yeah, it's just networking, and being a resource for each other. You want to see, like, how can I help you? Like, how can I be of service? Anything I can do for you, sharing information and knowledge and tips. A lot of people don't want to share.
You know what? It's over 6 million people in Atlanta. It's enough for everybody. Like, there's no saturation here. Like, whatever it is that you're doing, I never feel like it's too many people doing it. You always have your little section that you need and you good, so
it's enough for everybody.
Yeah, so we should share information freely. Each one teach one. Whatever I know I don't mind sharing, I just ask that you share it with the next person,
Yes. Right, they're so stingy. Yeah, so it's just your vibe attracts your tribe. That's my new thing now. So I'm doing your vibe attracts your tribe.
Okay.
So that's what I'm on for all 2022. My tribe of investor-friendly realtors. So that's another thing. If you are looking for a career change, or if you're looking to get into real estate, or if you know anyone that's in real estate, I am looking to increase my team with more investor-friendly realtors. So it's different. I want those agents that like to work in that capacity and want to invest for themselves. And, that just increases your bandwidth in your territory, and you could take down, a lot more clients. I work with foreign investors. We could take on servicing more investors, do target marketing in those areas. So that's where I'm at. And I actually have a master's class coming up that I am doing scholarships for any new agents that I sponsor. So the master's class is on the 22nd, and it's actually investor and property matchmaking. So it's teaching you all the steps, is 1 through 5, on how to vet the investor. That's number one. It's a lot of slime. With these investors out here. So vet the investor, vet the wholesaler, vet the numbers, vet the deal, and then marketing. So yeah, I did my first deal this year, but wanted to build a team because I still work a 9 to 5. Oh, you still working 9 to 5? Yeah, definitely. So since you're still, so I would suggest that you network with people like us that are full-time in the business. You let us know about your deals and things that you have, and we can make sure we can get those moved for you quickly. You can also partner like with my team. Like if you need people to go preview properties, you can pay preview fees, and you can work things out so that you can have boots on the ground when you're not available. No. Boots on the ground. Oh, you said you're here now, so you're full-time now? Let me see. Do you mentor one-on-one? So I do not mentor one-on-one, but I do have a group coaching program. It's an 8-week group coaching program that I have the cash flow advantage. So the date on that has not been set, but I can keep you posted on that. Send me a DM with all your information, and then once I have the date for the group coaching, I'll send it to you. Because it's really for investor-friendly realtors and wholesalers. Because I get asked the same questions over and over and over again. And so this class will cover all of that. All right. Well, we covered quite a lot, appreciate you joining me today. And we cover a lot of good stuff. So we're going to wrap this up. I will be going live every Wednesday, just covering real estate topics, open discussions. High Five Atlanta, actually spell high, the number 5, ATL.com. Of course, you can reach me here on Instagram. My link is in the bio to schedule a discovery call and all that kind of good stuff. And the same for Sanedria. And I guess that is it for now.
Thank you. It was a pleasure. If you guys have any residential valuation needs, don't hesitate to reach out to Real Appraisals. Again, guys, we've been serving Metro Atlanta and all the surrounding counties since 2001. So any of your residential valuation needs, that's realappraising.com or 404-777-REAL.
That's the only one I call for all my appraisal needs.
Thank you. We appreciate your business. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You're
Bye.
welcome. Bye.